Hey everybody, today we're going to try drawing the orthographic projection for our parts. We haven't done this yet this year. You should have done this last year in 7th grade. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to come on into new and we're going to go drawing.dwg, okay? We're not making a part, we're not making an assembly this time, we're making a drawing. So this is where we basically view the part in two-dimensional and then we add the dimensions onto the sheet. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to right click on sheet number 1. We're going to edit the sheet and we're going to change from a size D up here in the size column to a size A4. That's the size of the sheet that we have in our printer paper. You can see all of a sudden the box gets very large. In drafting, it's typical that you use very large sheets of paper. So we're going to change to what we can run in our printer. And then I'm going to click on this ANZ large. I'm going to right click on it. Excuse me, not left click, right click, and I'm going to delete that. Okay. This will give us our drawing sheet that we're going to work with today. Then after I do that, I'm going to go up to the top here on the left and click on base, and it's basically going to give our first view. We have to select what document we're going to use. So we're going to go up here to File, Select Document. We're going to open existing document. This is where you want to be pretty organized. Okay, so I can see here that I've got my sides, top, back. We'll start with, how about we start with the back? Back's a good place to start with. I'm going to open that. It's going to wait and load. It's going to bring it on over, and it's going to put it right in the middle. I can click and I can drag this, and all we're going to do here is we're going to position this right up in the upper left corner, and we could change the scale. We can make this 1/3, hit enter. I don't really like that. We're just going to leave it as 1. Actually, we'll leave it as 1/3. So that's good right there. We can change 1/3 and hit OK. Let's go to base again. We're going to select another document now. So we're going to select this time. Let's do the sides. Okay, we're open. See the side. I'm going to drag that over kind of to the left here. Maybe we'll go to the bottom left. Pop that in the corner. Hit OK. Go to base again. We're going to draw on our third drawing here. We're going to pick the top. Open. And this one's going to be the one that's going to be a little funky and different. Okay, so we're going to click on this here. And as you can see, we have a view from the side. And that's not really the best view in the world. We want a top view. We want a top view that's not going lengthwise here. So let's see what this brings up. If we click on that way, that's not great. Go up, that's really, really long. We'll go up and do the top view from that direction, although that one's going to miss out on the fillet. So actually for this one, we're going to have two different views. So we'll just hit cancel for now. We're going to do that again. We got to think about this for a second here. Every single drawing, we have that front, side, top, bottom, back view, all the different ways to look at it. We want to have enough views where we can see all the features. In this case, all of our blocks are 3/4 of an inch thick, so I don't really care about 3/4 of an inch thick. So we're just gonna go up. I'm gonna click on the top view, go OK. I think I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna delete that. I do not want to. Here's one thing it says: do you want to delete view 3 and its dependents? It says yes. Click on yes, change that to no, and then hit OK. And that will leave me with this. So we'll put the top view over here for that. Maybe drag this one over. And once you have them in, you can always move them. Maybe we'll drag that over. And now, just for kicks and giggles, let's bring in one more thing. Let's do shelf assembly. And we'll have a picture of what the shelf will look like. And let's go up into the left, and we can click right over the top of other things. Is that a good isometric? You can pick kind of which isometric view you want. I'm not going to keep all of these. I would honestly just keep the this front view and maybe your top view. Or actually, I wouldn't even keep the top view. I just hit, let's go base, select document, shelf assembly. Let's go there. Let's drag up into the left, click again, hit OK. And now let's bring these down into a corner where we can see kind of the entire thing. Okay, so there we go. We can see what the project's going to look like, isometric, and all the rest. Take this one, drag it on over here. This is not typically how you do something. Typically, you'd have all these parts drawn separate and then maybe in an assembly view. For the sake of saving paper and all the rest, we're going to be drawing everything all on one paper. So we're going to come over here to annotate. This is just like adding dimensions. We're going to click on the dimension tool, and we're just going to draw dimension lines like we would for a normal thing. So click from there. Here you got to be careful because there's a round over the bottom, so you got to click on the dot, drag it over. Maybe let's go. That way is fine with it. There we go. This one we can click length end to end. Click again. Same thing. This one we're not even going to bother with doing that. And see how this does? If we zoom in here, it doesn't go all the way, so we got to hit escape. click on dimension again, click on the bottom, click on the top, drag it out, click on the point, click on the top, drag it out. Okay, so really that's all I'm looking for on this in terms of all of our different views and our dimensions. We're not going to go heavy on the dimensions here. We're just going to leave it as kind of a picture of the rest. You would add more in a true engineering drawing. At this point, I'm hit escape, or I can hit OK on my dimension. Now I'm going to right click on the number. I'm going to come down here to edit dimension style, and we're going to change for our sake. We're going to wait for it to load here. We're going to change our precision. We're going to leave that alone. We're going to go to fraction diagonal, and then we're going to change our precision to 1/16 of an inch. Save and close, and you'll notice that it changes it to showing the fractional amounts on all these pieces. I'm going to maybe drag that up into the corner a little bit more. Now I'm going to annotate again. I'm going to add a text box. I'm going to draw a text box. Whenever you're drawing a text box with engineering, you make sure the caps lock's on. You draw everything in capital letters. So we're going to put all material 3/4, oops, and we can convert it to a diagonal fraction here. 3/4 of an inch. Inch is that little top double tick. Oops, thick. Okay. Maybe we'll put a bullet point on this dash. Then we're going to hit enter again. Also make a note. What else do we want to make a note about here? All material 3/4 of an inch thick. And then we're going to say use templates for curves / radius on back and sides. Okay. Hit OK on that, and then we can just hit cancel. We can grab this, and we can move this around. Okay. Come on. There we go. Move that down a little bit. And then the last thing we can do is we're going to add text for describing all of our parts. So I'm going to come over here next to this one, and we'll call this the back. Okay. Side. Okay. And top. Okay. And then after that, we can hit escape. We'll just drag those to where they're roughly in line with everything else. Top. Put the side over here. Drag the back on over and put it right next to that. At this point, we have all of our parts labeled, have major dimensions, reason templates for the angles and stuff, have an isometric view of the assembly so we can kind of see what it looks like. This is really all we have to do. This is not the most exciting video in the world, but this is really important to learn how to do. Probably the next project we do, we're going to make one of these drawings for every single part, and we'll do it really, really detailed. But for now, this will just get us kind of the major dimensions and help us understand what we're working with. At this point, get this saved, and I can check off all your drawings if you have this assembly and all the parts made. Thanks for watching.